Tensions between Canada and the U.S. have caused a significant drop in Canadians vacationing south of the border. Statistics Canada reports that 7.6 million fewer Canadians crossed that land border in 2025. That's a 30% drop in land travel compared to 2024. And recent polling also reports that 33% of Canadians would think less of friends or family if they chose to travel to the U.S. So, to lure Canadians back, some Las Vegas casinos have announced an at-par initiative where Canadian dollars will be treated as U.S. dollars. Derek Stevens is a casino owner and the CEO of several hotels in Las Vegas, and he joins me now. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for coming on. So why are you running this promotion now, and tell me how it's going to work?
Well, I grew up in Detroit and on a border town to Windsor, Ontario. And I remember the days after a Red Wings game, you would see restaurants and hotels and bars that would have a Canadian flag with an equal sign to an American flag, or a Canadian dollar equal sign to an American dollar. And I remember at points in time when the exchange rate got a little too out of whack, that this was a mechanism that a lot of businesses utilized. And I've never seen it in Las Vegas, and fast forward 30 years for me, I kind of thought that this might be the right time to do something like that. Although Vegas is doing pretty well, the gaming numbers in 2025 are up compared to 2024. There's something missing, and it's pretty clearly it's Canadian visitation. And I thought, for me, growing up, I have family, of friends in Windsor, in Leamington, in Toronto. I grew up, effectively there's no difference between anybody from the States or anybody from Canada. And now I think things have gotten a little too touchy. And I just felt it was a good time to really come out and say, hey, Canada, we miss you. I miss you. My team misses you. And I thought doing the at par element was kind of a way to show that we really kind of meant it. My father came from University of Toronto. I've got, like I said, I've got family throughout Ontario, and with what's transpiring both economically and maybe a bit politically, I kind of thought this was an opportunity for me to say, I've got 3 casinos in Vegas. I hope Canadians know you're more than welcome, and I miss you.
Yeah, there's a reason probably why you're missing them, because I have crunched the numbers on this. I've done some reporting on it, and the number of Canadians visiting Vegas is down quite a lot. If we look at the airline passenger data, for example, it's off 30, 40, 60% depending on the airline. And we've heard from CEOs at MGM Resorts, at Caesars Entertainment, some of your competitors, when they're asked why are some of the numbers softer at their properties, they've said it's because of this Canadian boycott. What impact is this having on your business and on Sin City?
It's definitely having an impact. I mean, clearly, like as you said, I mean the seats coming in on Air Canada, on WestJet, on Porter are down significantly from a couple of years ago, and certainly it's a combination of exchange rate and the fact that we've got this boycott. I understand the background behind it. What I wanted to do is I wanted to come out and say, hey, listen, I own 3 casinos in Las Vegas. I'm as close to being a Canadian as any casino owner or any CEO you're going to find in Vegas. And I thought it was important for someone to come out and say, hey, Canada, we miss you. We want you back. And I understand if you're not prepared, but if you are, I just want to let you know, we want you here. And that's why Circa Las Vegas and the Golden Gate and the D are putting out this offer. We just want to be upfront about it and say, you're welcome. You're welcome at our places. We miss you out here in the desert.
I don't know how closely you follow this, but the president lashed out at our prime minister again this week. He said Canada lives because of the United States. Trump downplayed the sacrifices that Canadian and other NATO soldiers made in the Afghanistan war, one we fought in because the U.S. asked for our help after 9/11. He said we weren't on the front lines in Afghanistan. We were in Kandahar. We lost 159 soldiers on the battlefield, one of the highest casualty rates in the world. And so a lot of stuff like this, the rhetoric really irritates people in this country. Are you concerned about the bilateral relationship being irreparably damaged by some of the stuff that we're hearing from your president?
I fully understand why why there would be a feeling of bitterness here. I completely get it. I guess for me though, growing up, on Lake St. Clair and on the Detroit River, and watching the trucks and watching the cars travel through on the Ambassador Bridge, and knowing how much vehicular traffic went through the Detroit Tunnel, and now the Gordie Howe Bridge, and you see all this interaction and all this commerce. Effectively, I think we all know we are better together. I mean, the automotive industry is very much linked. The agricultural industry is very much linked. Canada and the U.S. are better together. And from my perspective, although our countries may be in a spat, I certainly don't think all of our people are. And that's why, from what I could do, I wanted to go out there and say, "Hey, Canada, you're welcome back." I'm definitely one that believes that Canada's better with the United States, and the United States is better with Canada. And it doesn't mean all of us are fighting. Maybe our countries are having this issue right now, but I think we'll get over it. I certainly hope we get over it, and I hope we get over it soon. Um, but in my memory, I think the connection between Canada and the U.S. is so significant and so strong, and families are involved and friends are involved.
Yeah.
No, I do not believe this is irreparable. I certainly think that this is something that will come back more to the way it used to be at some point, hopefully not too far down the road.
All right, let's leave it there. Thank you so much. Derek Stevens is a casino owner and the CEO of several hotels in Las Vegas. Mr. Stevens, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.